people. Today we want to continue with the story of the Kagendo's family, and here we have
Ian.
Austin. Ian is Austin's friend, and so today we want to continue with the story of our passports. We left at passport 1 that we got after 3 weeks. So the second passport was Austin's passport that took longer time. It took longer time because it fell into the hands of the, we don't want to call those names, those people in that office of Nyayo House. So for him, the case was different. So we stayed for about 8 years waiting for his passport, which we finally got by God's miracle. But before we got it, we had hooped and hipped, ran, rolled, jumped there in Nyayo House as we searched for it. And every time we would go there, we'd be told, come tomorrow. And tomorrow in the morning, we would be there, and we just jumped there every day and just knocked those doors until I was so stubborn to an extent that I was chased out of that place. So I remember one day we passed by one of our friends. I mean, we call her, she's Austin's auntie and Ian's aunt as well. So we passed by our office and she said, how can you go back without a passport? Go back. And that day we went back and we were chased. And I fell into the hands of one of the brokers who said, there is a tent outside Nyayo House. By the way, people, I think some of you have seen that tent. So I was told to go to that tent, and I went. And I was told that tent table is meant for the agents, passport agents. So I should pay the agents, because even people who buy plots and land, they pay agents to follow up their titles. So I'm like, this is not a lie, but it looks like truth. The first time I ignored and I left. But before I left, I remember that man looked at me as I was wondering, how is this? You can, and he said in his mother tongue, no, hana koho mutimia. Kaineke kyo noyu. Tiena ku rehesi yaku. Wale watu wengine wakampatia. He was saying, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she not understanding? You know? And what he said about me, because now I was not understanding why should I pay the agent, and there is only one way of paying for passports. So he gave me his contact and he said, if you want to talk to me, take the number. He will call me. Foolishly, I picked it. So the second day I went again after being chased, and I was chased again. So I decided to call that agent. And he said, if you want your passport by Monday, that day was on a Friday, send me that 500. Foolishly, as he said, I sent that 500. I was feeling, my good Lord, that money, have I risked my money like that? So I gave him that 500 through M-Pesa, but the money didn't even fall into his number. It fell into a lady's number. When I called, he said, don't worry, the money has fallen to the right person. Your passport on Monday, come at 10, it will be there. So we went on Monday at 10, and I didn't find that man. I tried to call his phone, he was nowhere to pick his phone, and neither even to pick it, I couldn't find him. So I went back to the office again to follow up with the passport, but we didn't find it. So we came back. As we were coming back home, there are some buses that we enter. We may not mention them, but let's mention them. Metro. We entered into Metro bus. As it was around to get food, we highlighted. Those conductors are nice. They are not those conductors who insult you or told you once. They just looked at us as we were leaving. They just put other people and we left. But they were kind. They didn't insult us like majority of them does. So we left and went back again. So Austin is the one who took the documents for his passport. Because when we were in the bus, it's the one who said, Mom, let's go back again. And I'm like, no, Austin, no, Mom, let's go back again. I think we will get that passport today. So I said, let me not ignore him. So I returned from the bus that was about to start the journey. We went back to the office. And the boy took the documents to the office. Now that I couldn't take them because I was chased, because of being there every time we go back. He was here just a few minutes ago. And remember, every time we could go there, they would write on those documents, Mr. So-and-so is the one who is having your passport. He's the one who is handling your document issue. So it was, the names of that man were written all over the forms. Then the form was written in and out everywhere, his name. And mind you, it was a lie. That man even didn't know what was happening. The forms were hidden. So when Austin entered, he found a line of men standing there. Don't know what they were doing. Now this time round, the man turned back and met with a boy. So he met with Austin, holding the documents. He greeted the boy, and I was a little bit far because I couldn't be allowed to enter. He said, what are you doing here? And who are you with? He said, he gave the man the documents. So the man looked at it and saw his name was all over. So this time we went back, the documents fell into the right person's hands. Remember, this is the 8th month. And remember, every time we could go to that, and mind you, it was a lie. That man even didn't know what was happening. The forms were hidden. So when Austin entered, he found a line of men standing there. Don't know what they were doing. Now this time round, the man turned back and met with a boy. So he met with Austin, holding the documents. He greeted the boy, and I was a little bit far because I couldn't be allowed to enter. He said, what are you doing here? And who are you with? He said, he gave the man the documents. So the man looked at it and saw his name was all over. So this time we went back, the documents fell into the right person's hands. Remember, this is the 8th month. And remember, every time we could go to that office, the girls who would take our documents would always check as they are out of envelope. So they would look at them and return. But any documents were given with the envelope, they would look at them. Me, I suspect there was something that they were checking in those envelopes. They see it is okay, they go to the next level. For us, take. It is written the names of that man and you are take. It is written the names of that man and you are given back. Now that this man took the documents from Austin and he saw that his name was all over, he was shocked. I think he almost died. But unfortunately, by God's grace, he gave him strong and strength to stand. Sorry, he made him strong and he gave him strength to continue. So he asked the boy, "Where is your mother?" "He's out there. Go tell him to come." So I was permitted to come because he's senior, and he said I should enter. So when I entered, he asked me questions on which I answered him the right way, and I told him how he had been dancing there in and out every day, coming to check it. "Where are you coming from?" I told him I come from where now I am at. So I don't want to mention. And so yeah, he felt pity on us, and he went back and he started searching because he couldn't understand why all that long time. Not every person in that office is a corrupt person. So he searched, he saw they couldn't give him my forms, they couldn't give him his forms, that the documents that are left there, so the boys' informations were hidden. So he said, let's start it all over. He started taking the passports and all that, the passport photo again. That's when the informations were given out. So he was told, don't take there, you have just found them. So he was given. And in 2 to 3 days, Austin had his passport ready. And that's how we left that place feeling, hallelujah, hey, hallelujah, hey, hallelujah, hey, hallelujah, hey. Imagine. So we left and we came with his passport. We started our traveling story, and yeah, next time we are going to tell you how we started our journey and why we did that. But before we get there, people, ask any question you have for our traveling. Thank you very much and bye-bye.